How to fill up Singapore digital arrival card. If you're traveling to Singapore, listen up. The paper arrival card is completely obsolete. You must submit the mandatory SG arrival card online before your flight, and you must do it correctly to get through the airport. Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Dawn. Today in this video, I'm going to give you the official step-by-step tutorial for SGAC. I'm going to show you exactly where to find the 100% free government form, and crucially, how to avoid the dozens of paid scam websites charging huge fees for this mandatory document. So the first thing you're going to do, go to google.com or your local Google and then search for Singapore digital arrival card, or if you enter just Singapore arrival card, that will work too. Now, pay close attention here. You are looking for the official Singapore government website, and the way you know it, that it is going to have gov.sg just like this in the URL. Now there are many other websites. If you click those, then they're going to take you to scam sites, and they're going to ask you to pay for money. Do not pay anything. This form is 100% free, and that's what you're going to see step by step in this video. So once you find the right website ending gov.sg, click on it. And now here you can see that there is a message that this is a Singapore government agency website and how to identify. So basically this just tells you what I told you before. SG, it has gov.sg. So you're just going to close that. And also you can see that here they have more information, and all travelers entering Singapore need to submit this form, except some of the people do not need. I can go through this, but if you are tourist or visitors or travelers going to Singapore, you must submit this form, and you have to submit this form within 3 days before arrival. You will not be able to do it if the range is not within 3 days, which I'm going to show you shortly. So now let's first thing we're going to do, click here, submit online. So let's click here, and it will take you to a new page. So it will just take a few seconds. Okay. So now you can see that it tells you here Singapore arrival card and electronic pass portal. And here you can submit, update, and retrieve. So if you have already submitted and then later on if you need to come back and change something, then you can update it here. So you have to come back to the same page to update later on. And also if you need to just take a look or retrieve, then you can come back here as well. You have to click here. But for this video, we're just going to click submit, and I'm going to show you what to do. So now here you have to choose your residency type. So whether you're a Singapore citizen or you're long-term pass holder or foreign visitor. So most of you who are watching this video are going to be travelers or tourists or visitors. So I'm going to just click here. Okay, so now you can see that it's telling you to start here. And the first thing you're going to notice that your arrival date is right here. So today is December 8, 2025. So we can see that if you are reaching Singapore December 12, then you'll not be able to fill this form today. You have to wait till tomorrow. So you can fill this up form before 3 days. So this is these are the 3 options. So I'm just going to click December 10. And personal information, retrieve with visa reference number or retrieve with your passport. Okay, so given the fact that we don't have those, I'm just going to show it manually. So let's say full name in passport. So we're going to use a dummy name. My name is Ahmed Dawn, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to use that Adam Bondon. So given name followed by surname. Okay, so here is going to be Adam Bondon. Passport number. Again, we're going to put a dummy passport number. Hopefully this is going to be work. So I'm going to just say, let's say AC5645, and hopefully the system is going to accept it. Now, date of expiration. So I'm just going to put in a date, let's say 2020, let's say 2030. And I'm going to put in let's say December 15, that should work. 6 indicated in passport. So I'm going to put in male. Date of birth. So again, I'm going to put in a dummy date of birth. So let's go to like 1970. 1970, and let's say December like 10. Okay, so nationality or citizenship. So this is where you're going to put in your country of citizenship. So for me, I'm going to put in Canada, and here place of birth. It could be the same or a little bit different. So for this video, I'm going to put in Canada again. Now your place of residence, this is where you live. So I'm going to put in Canada again, and looks like it's giving you specific location. So for example, I live in Ontario, so I'm going to just look for Ontario, and you can see that it's giving all these options. This is something I haven't seen on other country website. I do have lots of arrival form, but this is something I'm seeing it here. So here I'm going to choose Toronto. Let's see if we have Toronto. So we got this right here. And email address, I do have a dummy email address for video, and I'm just going to put in this, which is not my real email for the sake of the video. And country and region code. So this is going to be your phone number. So for Canada, this is +1, and phone number is going to be also a dummy number, 416-123-4567. Have you ever used a passport under different name? No. And health declaration, do you have any cough, fever, shortness of breath or anything? We're going to put no. Now, have you visited any listed countries in Africa or Latin America in the past 6 days prior to arrival? So if you have, then you have to click yes. If you're not, you're going to put in no. So I'm just going to put in no. Now here, if you have someone traveling with you, you can add that information of that person. So it's going to be kind of the same process, but for us, we're just going to assume that we're traveling along. So I'm just going to click next, and hopefully it's not going to give me any trouble with the dummy passport number. So hit next. Okay, so looks like it took it. And here you can see that you may add up to 3 trips for yourself in the submission. Okay, so please note that your trip must be within 3 days. Okay, so trip information here, this is asking where is the last port of embarkation before Singapore. This is not your country. So let's say most of you are going to have a change or transit in between. So I'm going to assume that we have a flight change in Kuala Lumpur. So I'm just going to put in Kuala Lumpur, not Toronto. So here KUALA, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, purpose of travel. So we're just going to put a visitor or tourist or sightseeing. Let's see if we have that option here. 1-day transit visa. Okay, holiday. That would be the best match. Mode of travel is going to be air. Transport is going to be commercial flight. Flight code. So I'm going to put in Air Canada, and flight number, I'm going to put in 565. Hopefully the system is not going to give trouble. Okay, type of accommodation in Singapore. So let's put in hotel. Okay, now name of the hotel. I stayed in Sheraton in Singapore, so I'm going to see and if I can find a search. Okay, I think this is the one where I stayed in the past. So I'm just going to put in here date of departure. So I'm going to here put in 1 week after my arrival date. So let's put in December 17. Now next city port of disembarkation after Singapore. So here, which city you're traveling to from Singapore. Let's say if you're going to directly Toronto, you're going to put in Toronto. If you're going to, let's say, Kuala Lumpur, back again. But here, I'm just going to put in, let's say, Bangkok, just for the sake of the video. Thailand, Bangkok. Okay, so now, so far so good. Let me just quickly make sure we have not missed anything. Okay, and just one note that you may add up to 3 trips for yourself. Please note that your trip must be within 3 days. So for most of you, this is not necessary. Probably you're just taking only one trip. But if you do more than one trip, and as long as they're within the 3 days, then you can just add it here. Okay, so let's hit next. And here asking you to check all information. So you're going to just double check everything. Everything looks so far so good. Information is here. Now you're going to check I have read and agreed. Now, once we hit next, I think it's going to send us an email or generate a QR code, but we are going to see what happens. So click next. Okay, so it's just, doing a verification. So you're not like, spam or robot. I'm going to just hit this and submit. Now let's see what happens. Okay, your Singapore arrival card has been successfully submitted. Okay, so that means everything went through okay. The acknowledgement message will be sent to your email address, and you may choose to download or print a copy of this for the duration of your stay. Now, you have the option to download from here or print from here, but I have a good feeling that it's already in your mailbox. So I'm going to go to mailbox and check if any mail has arrived yet. Sometimes it takes a few minutes, sometimes it takes it comes right away. So I'm just going to kind of refresh and see if anything going on. Okay. I don't see the mail is coming here, but it doesn't mean that it's not coming. It might take a few minutes. So I'm just going to go back here and download a PDF copy to show you guys how it looks like. Open file. And here you can see that this is what it's going to look like. So you have to show this at the airport, and there's a code which you have to scan somewhere. Either the machine or the immigration officer. So all the information is here, and basically this is all you're going to need, and that's how you can complete the Singapore digital arrival card. Now I strongly recommend save a copy of this and or email yourself a copy, because you don't want to rely on when the email comes from the government of Singapore. Sometimes emails might get lost or something. So just save this copy or email yourself this copy. That way you're double protected. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.